Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for Ask the Expert North Texas. I'm Kristen Diaz.
I'm David Rankin. It has to be the hottest app in the App Store in years. Mark Zuckerberg did an early launch of its new Twitter killer app called Threads. And the early word says it's working. Zuckerberg says 30 million people signed up for Threads in just a few hours after it launched. So what's the story? We bring in the High Tech Texan, Michael Garfield, to talk about it. Michael, thanks for the time.
Anytime.
Is Threads a Twitter killer?
I've seen a lot of quote unquote Twitter killers over the years. They come, they go, they're difficult. But I got to tell you, after 24 hours of playing with Threads, I think Twitter has one foot in the grave. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. What's the draw to it right now?
Well, it seems to be the issue is not so much, yay, this is a cool new app. I think the issue has been with Twitter. Listen, Twitter's been around since 2006, and over the past few years, it's belonged to Elon Musk. He bought it for a hefty sum of $44 billion. He's made a lot of changes that really has not sat well with a lot of the Twitter users around the world. And just last week, he made even new adjustments that limits the amount of feeds or posts that you can see. It's just very disgruntling. And I think that is the reason that so many people have adopted looking for something new, a new social media platform that's easy, that's clean, that's relatively similar to Twitter, the way it's used. Perfect timing that Mark Zuckerberg and Meta and Instagram came along and they created Threads, and so far so good.
How about the fact that there is that connection to Instagram, that when you do sign up for Threads, all of your contacts from Instagram are already imported into it, so you don't have to start from the very beginning?
Listen, there's a few barriers to making almost anything easily viral and what have you. When it comes to apps, you really don't want to spend a lot of time checking boxes and importing contacts. The fact is, this is really kind of connected to Instagram. So many people have Instagram around the world. They already have a bio. They already have links. They already have quote unquote friends and contacts. Because this is so easily connected, you hit one button and everything goes in. I mean, you can keep your same photo. You can keep your same bio. It's so simple. And when I signed up for it again last night, like so many other people did, it was like, wow, this is pretty seamless, and seamless is the key.
Now, will that also bring in some new algorithms, or are we going to be looking at the same type of content that is curated for your accounts on other social media platforms?
With success comes questions. And I think the question again in after one day is, we don't know. I think Meta and Zuckerberg did a really smart job. They made the barriers very simple. It's easy. There's no ads yet. It's very clean. There's a lot of positive buzz. But listen, they need to make money at some point. There's going to be ads at some point. There's probably going to have to be algorithms. And when we talk about algorithms, it's just, how frequently do you see feeds from the people that you follow? Right now, there's nothing going on. It's just a free for all. And I think that the cleanness, the simpleness, that's why there's such a positive buzz. And I got to tell you, I can't remember. It's been years since I have seen an app that's got so much positive play, positive buzz within one day of its release. So far, so good.
So does this mean that everything's forgiven for all of Mark Zuckerberg's failures before with, the whole metaverse? Is he now in everyone's good graces?
Listen, Zuckerberg's in a good grace here. He's got a grace period maybe of 24 hours. Maybe he's got a week or a month. Listen, at some point, don't kid yourself. This is a social media app, and this is something that we access via our phones and hopefully soon our desktops. We have to give up information. They know who we are. They know our friends. They know our birthday. They're going to know so much information. They're going to serve us ads based on what we like. Yes, it's going to come that way. And so it is a business, and that's the business that they are in. That Twitter's in it, and TikTok is in it, and it goes on and on and on. But right now, there's a lot of goodwill going. Finally, there's some positive. But as this thing grows, listen, there's always going to be a lot of beef. And they do need to add a number of different features. But again, for now, the fact that so many people signed up within one day, and it's going to grow. I mean, I can't wait. I mean, by the end of this weekend, it should be hundreds of millions of people. At that point, they're going to see if they can monetize it and how quickly they can.
Has it kind of gotten to that point where everything's pretty monopolized between like Meta and Twitter right now, that some of these other grassroots apps that have been wanting to create, as you mentioned, we've seen them already trying to combat Twitter. Is this kind of like a deflating their balloon a bit? Like, oh, great, we're not going to get anywhere near these big guys.
You know what? You bring up a good point, because you have to be playing in the big sandbox, because you have to have a lot of money behind you. You have to have a lot of developers. And the fact is, in this case, that Meta me, Facebook, and Instagram, obviously, it has been around a long time. It has been the de facto social media app around the world for so many years. There's, I'm not going to say a trust, but there's that name brand recognition, and the ease of this thing to be able to join Threads is what we're talking about. That app makes it simple. And so for these small developing companies that, we're going to be a Twitter killer, yeah, they're scratching their heads right now, going, it's really tough to actually get a foothold and really make it big, because I've seen dozens of them in the past few years try to do it. They failed.
And especially in the last 3-4 months, we've seen everything from Mastodon to Post to Blue Sky, and they've pretty much been forgotten already.
Exactly. Yeah, you bring those are two or three great ones you talk about, and those were difficult to sign up. I mean, I tried to do Mastodon, and you had to sign up with different servers. Let me help you out, just for the layperson out there, for consumers, and certainly the older you get. I mean, if my parents are out there, I mean, what are they going to do? Jump through 18 different hoops to get on something that's not simple. This one is simple. Meta figured it out. Threads came out. The quiet release was brilliant. You didn't need to wait. You get on a waiting list too. And that's something which I love. The fact is there's a lot of these new apps. Even when Google comes up, you got to get on a waiting list. You got to get an invitation. You can go on the App Store right now and you download it and you're set to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Michael Garfield, the High Tech Texan on Ask the Expert. Thanks, Michael.
You got it.